In this video, I'm going to show you how can you work with Git repositories in Intland Retina. I'm going to walk you through how to connect external Git repositories to Intland Retina and how to configure webhooks in GitLab and GitHub. I'm already in Intland Retina's Workspace browser. In this demonstration, I'm going to use Intland Software's Scrum template. You can take advantage of the pre-configured Workspace lifecycle and workflows by using a template such as this one, but of course you can extend and configure any available Workspace templates to tailor them to your own needs. To connect an external Git, GitLab or GitHub repository, first I need to configure the repository link and the user credentials in the application configuration. To do this, I have to navigate to the System Admin menu and select Application Configuration. In the application configuration, based on what type of repository do you want to connect to Intland Retina, you have to specify the base URL, the user password, the username, and the secret token in the following format. This is the format for GitHub and GitLab repositories. The secret token is important for us to be able to set up the webhook in GitLab or GitHub. The secret token that we define here is going to be our global secret token, but as Workspace administrators, we have the ability to override this in the admin menu, in the source code management settings, and we can generate a new secret. Once we have the secret generated, we can just simply save this and close this dialog window. And the rest of the configuration is done in the repository management system, where I have to specify the webhook. But first, I have to obtain the Workspace ID, as I need this information for the webhook configuration. The easiest way to obtain the Workspace ID is to go to the source code management repositories tool, and the Workspace's ID is going to be displayed at the end of the URL in your browser. My Workspace ID is 1500, and this is what I'm going to use to configure my webhook. I'm in my GitLab project now, where I have to go to Settings and Webhooks. This is where I'm going to set up the webhook to Intland Retina. I have to specify the URL first, the payload URL. This is the format that I have to use. This is your Retina instance URL /cb/rest/scm/gitlab and the Workspace ID, which is in this case 1500. The secret token is the one that we've just generated. And basically, I can just add the webhook now. And as a last step, I have to test it. So I will test this with the push event. And based on the test, my connection has been established now. And with the proper commit message, # plus the Retina work item ID, I'm going to be able to establish traceability between the commit messages and my work items in Retina. Going back to Intland Retina, by opening my Workspace's SCM repositories tool, here I can see the GitLab repository that I've linked to this Workspace through the webhook. And moving forward, as I start committing to this repository, the commits can be connected to work items. I will go to one of my tasks, and you can copy the commit message to the clipboard directly from here. This way, the system will help you with the commit message that you have to enter. The format is again this, the # and the item ID, but you can also see here. And as soon as I use this commit message in my commit, the source code commit will be traceable to the item in Intland Retina. In the background, I've made a commit to my source code repository, and by refreshing the page, what we will see on the source code commits tab is that the commit now shows up in Intland Retina. This was my commit message in addition to the # and the item ID combination. And not only I can show the source code commits on the detailed view of the item, but I can also use the traceability browser to visualize traceability from the high-level requirements through system, software requirements, or user stories and development tasks. So I will do that now, and I will create a traceability view where I show the user stories, the related tasks, and the related source code commits. To do this, I just have to specify the workspace. I do not have to specify a tracker. I have to add a filter that says tracker type is change set or source code commits. And I just have to hit show dependencies. In the traceability matrix, now I just have to find the item with the traceable commit message. Here it is. So as you can see, starting from the user story level through the traceability information to the tasks, I can visualize the traceability to the commit level in Intland Retina. To configure the webhook in GitHub, I have to go to Settings, Webhooks, and I have to add a new webhook where I have to enter the payload URL. In this case, the payload URL's format is the following: my Intland Retina instance URL /cb/rest/scm/github/the workspace ID, which is in this case again is going to be 1500. I have to specify the secret now, and I just have to add the webhook. And as you can see, GitHub immediately established the connection to Intland Retina, and moving forward, I'm going to be able to connect my source code commits to Retina work items by using the proper commit message, the #, and the item ID. And this way, I'm going to be able to establish traceability information from the commit to my work item in Intland Retina.